But let's go back to the Dynamite for a second, because they did a rating. We got to put them over. We got to give them some applause. They actually got over 900,000 for the first time in ages, and eons with their big Arthur Ashe Stadium extravaganza. And this time, they had a main event that people actually would want to see and be interested in. So I'm wondering, did they keep their audience through the rest of this fiasco to get there? Or did it do the same thing as it does every week when they have the gymnasts, the play wrestlers, the trampoline cowboys, and the Cucamonga kids in the last spot?
Well, this week's AEW Dynamite, September 20th on TBS, Grand Slam, did 984,000 viewers on average.
So they picked up pretty much exactly 100,000 people from where they've been stuck at the last several weeks. Did they make the most of it?
These were compiled by WrestleNomics, quarter 1, 8 to 8:15 p.m. Claudio Castagnoli versus Eddie Kingston with picture-in-picture, 982,000 viewers.
Okay, in this case, then it sounds to me like they may be going to keep some audience.
Segment 2, 8:15 to 8:30 p.m. The continuation of Kingston versus Castagnoli, the post-match, the Kingdom Roddy Strong Adam Cole Hospital segment. Should that have been later in the show? Did they mess up the order of the things? Should that have been after Cole left MJF? Well, whatever. An ad break and Christian Cage's backstage promo. 1,004,000 viewers.
Jeez, okay, they picked up 22,000 in the second quarter. That usually does not happen, and that's the first time they've seen seven figures in a while.
Quarter 3, 8:30 to 8:45 p.m. Chris Jericho versus Sammy Guevara with picture-in-picture, 989,000 viewers.
And 11, 15,000, normal fluctuation at this point. It's pretty much the same audience.
Segment 4, quarter 4, 8:45 to 9 p.m. The continuation of Jericho versus Guevara with the post-match heel turn and Don Callis. The MJF backstage promo, an ad break, and the start of Jon Moxley versus Phoenix. 1,017,000 viewers.
Okay, so now 28,000. So they have been in a range of 35,000 for the entire first hour. That's very good for AEW and against normal trends.
The big 9 o'clock hour, quarter 5, 9 to 9:15 p.m. Moxley versus Phoenix continued. It is Phoenix, excuse me. You've got me confused. Moxley versus Phoenix continued.
I know what his name is.
With picture-in-picture and Samoa Joe's backstage promo and an ad break. 960,000 viewers.
Okay, that's where they tuned in maybe the extra ones at the top of the hour, and they saw enough of the plumber, and they said, well, 57,000 of us will take off, but there's the option to come back for the main event that we might want to see.
And this is usually where everything starts trending downwards. Quarter 6, 9:15 to 9:30 p.m. The Kingdom, the Righteous video. That's what it says. The Kingdom. Oh, I guess the Kingdom is, when you call the other team the Righteous and the other one's the Kingdom, you can't tell what's going. It just says the Kingdom, the Righteous. The Kingdom video.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
The Righteous video. Saraya versus Toni Storm with picture-in-picture and the post-match. 938,000 viewers.
Not as bad as it could have been. Only another 22,000, and it's the girl spot, and it's the death spot in the normal program where they start leaving.
Quarter 7, 9:30 to 9:45 p.m. It says video. I don't know what the video is, but video, ad break, and MJF versus Samoa Joe. 954,000 viewers.
And there they get 16,000 back, and hopefully can finish strong. The entirety of the last quarter hour was all them. So what did we finish up at?
And we have a little bit of an overrun, and this may be an example where we should look at the overrun here. Because
I think it was about 5 minutes, wasn't it?
It's a 4-minute overrun plus As this is going up, the key demo is going up. But anyway, quarter 8, 9:45 to 10 p.m., the continuation of Samoa Joe versus MJF with picture-in-picture. 1,014,000 viewers, 489,000 in the key demo, the high point, not counting the 4-minute overrun, which is 1,048,000 viewers.
Son of a... So...
And because of the trend upwards, that's not one of these examples of people just tuning in for the next show, I don't think.
Yeah. It's not just Wednesday night. It's what they put on Wednesday night. The 200,000 viewers or more don't have to bail out on Wednesday night. You just got to put a match in the main event spot that they actually want to see instead of the self-indulgent EVPs and the flippers and floppers. And they've seen an entire program of that horse shit. This time there was a match that was a destination that they wanted to see. They knew it was going to be good. They didn't know what was going to happen. And they were interested. And not only did they hold the audience, but for the first time ever, or certainly in recent memory, on a Wednesday night, they had more people at the end of the show than they did at the start. So they ought to be kissing MJF and Samoa Joe's asses.
They may have done a better job of promoting Grand Slam than they have anything else in a while. Especially, like I said, I can only base the local media stuff based on what I've seen, and MJF was all over the place. But that wouldn't mean an extra few thousand, 100,000 people watching a TV show.
Well, actually, think about this. The size of the New York market, if he instigated 5,000 people with the last minute publicity to come and buy a ticket to go to the event in person, all those people that saw it, it wasn't either like, I'm going to go buy a ticket and go in person, or I don't give a shit about this and I never want to think about it again. They may have said, well, fuck, I'll just watch it on TV. You could, 40 or 50,000 viewers in the New York television market with those numbers is not a goddamn significant portion of the audience. So that could have been part of the issue.
Should MJF insist on being the highest paid person in that company?
Now that Punk's gone, he should.
Seriously. Is there anyone else who should be in the conversation?
I don't see who. You've got an unprofessional fucking idiot that gets dropped on his head and drops unscheduled belts and goes to rehab at various points in time and flips fingers on your show and says fuck. Puts fuck on his shirt, looks like a piece of shit and can't work, is a joke. Or you got Jericho, who's nearing 60. He's closer to 60 than he is to 40, isn't he?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Math don't lie, baby. Or you got MJF.
And if I'm WWE, MJF's the one guy in that company I want more than anyone else.
I want him more than a sick man wants penicillin, because he's young and you got all that time, and he doesn't have to be a wrestler. And in the WWE, it's more important than anywhere else that you have all the outside the ring skills. He could be an announcer. He could be a manager. He could be a fucking personality. He could be a goddamn movie star. He could be the Monroes calling me to get paid.
All right, well, with that, I guess we can keep going or we could jump in the time machine. It's up to you.
I think you better jump in the time machine, Stewie.